Well, here we are at Chrisman Garage, and we got a problem today. We got a Kia, a 2004. Well, we call it the bus because it's what she hauls the little Christmas back and forth to school in. And it developed a problem. It wants to pee. The roof is leaking, comes down, gets the seat wet, goes down in the fuse box, and then that scrambles its brain and it does all kinds of funny things. But I went on YouTube or the internet thing of knowledge, and it might be out there, but I couldn't find what to do to it. And I fell back on the old Christmas knowledge. If she's going to the bad, she's giving trouble. The other way around. If she's giving trouble, she's going to the bad. Then I got to thinking what the Christmas boys would do. If a man made it, a man can fix it. And if it's broke, you can't hurt it. You can only fix it. Or it won't be fixed. But anyhow, I discovered up in here, I'm going to zoom in on you a little bit later, where the two roofs meet together. It's like this, and you'll see it closer up. The caulking they put in there did not seal on one side. As over the years it shrunk, it made a terrible leak to come down in here. It's not the sunroof leaking, it's not the roof rack leaking. It's an actual part where the roof came together. I'm going to take you along for the ride, and we'll tell you what happened later on. We'll find out. Well, there she goes. There goes the best half of the Christmas clan right there. Okay, what I'm going to show you right here is, I don't know if you can see it. I'll open the door up here. And it's right up in, right here where the two roofs, where the headline comes. Water would come out here and follow this down, and there's a fuse panel right over here. And that water can get into it, and it's not doing it any good. So we're going to, I'll climb up here and maybe we can get some pictures of what we're doing up here. There you can see, right in here. See how this is cracked up right here? That's where the water's getting in between there. See, some of it coming out right there. And these are where the two pieces of roofs come together. And that's where that water's coming from. It's not coming, you can see I've tried to seal this all off, and I put silicone around this till I had a terrible mess and it didn't work. And like I said, I went on YouTube and nobody could tell me anything. I did find out on YouTube how to get that body strip out of there. Just grab a hold and pry it, pull it up out of there. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to clean all this stuff out, and I'm going to take some epoxy, fast curing epoxy, and I'm going to fill this groove up with epoxy and see if that cures the problem. And if it does, I'll probably end up doing the other side. But you see, that's a pretty long stretch down through there, and I'm going to take you along and we're going to see what happens. There you get a pretty good picture of what I'm going to be doing down in there. Maybe that thing will stay up there while I'm working. Yeah, stuff comes out of pretty easy. This ain't our going to church car or anything like that. We bought it used just to haul the kids back and forth to school to keep the miles off the good car. Yeah, she's stuck someplace, but it ain't stuck where it needs to be stuck. The stuff is hard, but it ain't hard where it needs to be hard. I don't know if you can see it or not right there. Right there, you can see that body line is pretty tight. It's pretty tight, but as you come down through here, you see where it opens up. I don't know if you can see that or not. It opens up right in there. We're going to try to do something with it, and we'll see what happens. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm going to wipe that down with acetone. Get that good and clean down there. That stuff will also find out if you got any cuts in your finger. You might have to check on that later on. But she's pretty we were done with that, so we don't worry about that. We'll put this across here just to try to keep from getting too much of it on the windshield. Make a little dam here for it. Here's this shop hack like I said once before, but this is a good idea. I always mix this stuff up on a little old pad like this, and when you're done, just throw the pad, just pull the paper off and throw it away, and you're ready to start another one. But then I take that stuff right there, and I'm just going to let it drizzle down in there. If you didn't leave that pad laid right there like that, when that's tacked up on there, you know it's tacked up down in here. We were just a little bit messy with it, but she won't argue with that though. I don't know if you can see down in there though, but I've got that groove filled with that epoxy, and when she gets hard, she will be right. You think we'll pour some water on it later on, see if it leaks? Or we think we just ought to wait for the good Lord to put some rain on it? Yeah, I got that sticky stuff all over everything. Everything. My fingers shouldn't leak. Okay, I'm inside this Kia that had the water leak. What we had was, this is getting all wet up here. And water was actually leaking out from here down on the seat and getting in the thing. But the water was following this post down. Right over in there, there's a fuse panel. And that water was coming down through there and shorting that out. And the door locks would unlock all by themselves. The wipers would run. In fact, we ran to town the other day and we couldn't cut them off. And it actually slung the rubber off one wiper because it was cut off. And we had to do something. And so I did a lot of research. It wasn't in the sunroof. We cleaned all that gutter out up there and stuff. But the water was coming in right here. I mean, you could feel it was wet. And I actually took air and blowed around here to see if the windshield was leaking with bubbles on the outside. It didn't show no bubbles. But you couldn't get enough air through here up to that door track. Well, it's not a door track. It's where the roof is put together. That's where the leak was. And I showed you that earlier, where the two pieces of metal weren't smashed together good, and the caulking they put in dried and cracked and let about a 1/16 gap. And you could actually pour water in up there and let it come down here. And I'm going to have the wife come out here and pour this little bit of water on it, and we're going to see it. We're give it the old road test, see if it leaks. Now, she's going to pour water in that groove up there kind of easy, and we're going to see if it comes in. If it gets wet right here, we didn't do anything. But I'm pretty sure. Just take your time and pour it easy. You know what? I think we fixed it. You can see water coming down the windshield, and before, when she poured, water would actually start dripping out right here. That's still dry. It's damp from the other day, but it's not soaking wet like it was. And I believe she's got it fixed. So, Mama, you don't have to wear Depends in here anymore. And well, a good rainstorm will give us a test. But I didn't see anything on YouTube about what this deal was. I seen a lot of people complain about a water leak. And they said, oh, it's the sunroof and this, that, and everything. But it isn't. One guy said it wasn't his sunroof because he didn't have a sunroof. And he didn't have no rails on top. And so I did some digging and found out it was that groove up there where the two roofs are put together. And I hope this helped out anybody. And okay, this is from Chrisman Garage. I believe we brought another one back around, and it's going to be okay. She's an old rig, but she's a good one. And just remember, Jesus loves you, and us here at the Chrisman Garage love you too. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.